So dear friends, today we are proceeding for the next topic, that is 99-point unit or master tongue auricular points. Master tongue points in the ear. And now you will see we have only 8 points, but these 8 points are miraculous in the ear given by master tongue. And with the help of these 8 points, we will able to treat near about 30% cases coming in our clinic daily to daily. Means 30% case we can resolve just by using these 8 master tongue points, only 8. And very easy to locate. We can treat them very easily. So let's proceed for that. So look at the ear. And the point number 1 is very famous point, and in India, each and every person know this point because this is the earring point. Earring point. And as per the master tongue, this is point number 1. So we are telling it 99.01 or earring point. This point is very effective for eyes. So if someone is suffering with the eye problem, this point is very much effective. So this is the point number 1. We can see in this image. The number of this point is 99.01 or ear ring point. So when we are inserting the needle here, or we are doing acupressure here on this point, this point is very effective for multiple eye disorders, eye problem. And as per the Marma Shastra, when we talk about the Marma Shastra, if we stretch the ear like that, if we stretching the ear lobe, so this part is called ear lobe. And we see in the sun, like we are looking the ear lobe in the sun. So we can see here a natural hole, and this is called Divya Chidra. So this is the natural hole, and the name of this hole is Divya Chidra. Since the thousand years, Indians are wearing rings here for getting the benefit of this marma points or this acupuncture point. So this is called 99.01 or ear ring point. And what is the benefit of this point? This point is very effective for eyes. And in the Marma Shastra, we are telling this natural hole, that is Divya Chidra. Divya Chidra. As per the acupuncture, the lower part of this ear is called ear lobe. And this is the center point of this ear lobe. In the acupuncture, we have given the number 1 name This is the eye point. And number two, we have given the name master sensorial. The meaning of master sensorial is master point of all sensory action. So here we are telling all sensory action. So we look at the face. What are the sensory action? Eyes is having vision, ear is having hearing, skin is having touch sensation, nose is having a smell, and in the mouth we can taste something. So these are 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. These are called five senses. And just this one point, the single point is the master sensorial for all the sensory actions. So this is the master point of vision. So it is good for eyes. This is the master point for hearing. This is the master point for touch. This is the master point for taste and smell. So the single point useful for all and multiple problems. That's why traditionally we are wearing earring here for getting the maximum benefit of these points so that our senses will be always fine. Second, this point is very effective. Number one for eyes, number two for master sensorial, means master point of all the sensory actions. Number three, this point useful for vomiting, nausea. So many times we are traveling and during the traveling we are getting feeling of nausea. So we can keep on pressing this point or put the auricular seats here or put the just acupressure here. So this point work very nicely for the vomiting, for the nausea. The any point which is connected with the vomiting and nausea, it means, and this point definitely is connected with the brain, because without the connectivity with the brain, this point cannot be good for nausea. So this is the point very good for nausea and vomiting. Now, either we talk about the female or we talk about the male. Both are piercing this point. It is not the question of male and female. Even in many tradition, male are also piercing this. And this is the next thing, that female are wearing earring and male are not wearing earring that much frequently. But in many families, even male are piercing this point. So this point, if we see the ear, so this is the ear. This is the ear. And this is the lowermost part of the ear. And if we divide the ear in three parts, upper part, middle part, and lower part. So upper part means upper body, middle part means middle body, lower part means lower body. It means the upper part of the ear will work for the upper body, middle part of the ear will work for the middle body, and lower part of the ear will work for the lower body. In the human body, this is the human body. If we divide the human body in three parts, in the upper part we can see heart, in the middle part we can see liver, in the lower part we can see kidney and reproductive organs. The color of fire is red and the color of water is black. The color of fire is red. So this point, this whole lower part is connected with our kidney, or we can tell this whole lower part is connected with our water element, and upper part is connected with our fire element. Shortly we will discuss upper part also, and we will discuss how can we reduce the fire using upper part. Right now we are discussing lower part. So lower part, which is having 99.01 or earring point, it is also improving our kidney. It is also improving our vision. It is also improving our all the senses. So these are the characteristics of 99.01. As per the acupuncture, kidney is connected with the myopia or short-sightedness. So if you want to improve the vision, work on the kidney. So here also we can see, because the question comes, if this point working for the eyes, then why this point work for the eyes? What is the logic behind that? So the logic is this is the lowermost part of the body, connected with the kidney. Kidney is connected with the vision. But many person who is practicing auricular acupuncture, they know that in the ear we are having body in the inverted fetus pose. Inverted fetus pose means head is down. Head is down in the ear, and the reproductive part is up. And in the middle we are having spleen and stomach and all. So this is the auricular theory, page 1. But those who has learned phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 and phase 4 of auricular acupuncture, they know this is just phase 1 where we are working in the ear and doing the imagination of whole body in inverted fetus pose, means head down. But when you go to the next phases, you will see head is up, head become up. But Master Tung is a very free person. He has taken both the images, because Master Tung always take normal image and reverse image. So as per the first image of Master Tung, in the ear, head will be up. And as per the second imagination of Master Tung, in the ear, head will be down. So in the auricular, we can do the imagination. This is the normal body with head up. And this is the inverse pose with head down. But right now, we are discussing this point, that if we divide ear in three parts, So this is the upper body, which even include the heart also. This is the middle body, which include liver also. And this is the lower body, which include kidney. And right now we are discussing lower body in 99.01. So this is the earlobe, and the center of earlobe, which is 99.01. This point is very good for kidney, especially for sucking. This point is very good for vision, especially for myopia or short-sightedness. This point is very good for all the senses. So we tell it master sensorial. This point is very good for vomiting, nausea, and one more thing that is called the toxic effect of alcohol or addiction of alcohol or alcohol intoxication. Even someone has taken the alcohol in the night and morning is not feeling comfortable. So symptoms of hangover, feeling dizziness, feeling headache. So what we are doing, we are choosing 2 points. One point we are searching this 99.01, and second point on the tip of nose, that is due 50 or 10.12. So the combination of these 2 points are very good for alcohol intoxication and addiction. So we can praise this point if someone is having some problem after taking alcohol. If we see the face and look at the eyes, so we can see here we are having in the corner we are having urinary bladder meridian. In the center we are having gallbladder meridian. In the downside we are having stomach meridian. In the corner of eyes we are having triple Barmer and gallbladder meridian. So have you noticed one thing? That around the eyes, if this is the eye, we are having gallbladder, urinary bladder, stomach, triple Barmer. We are having all yang meridian around the eyes. So around the eyes, we are having all the yang meridian. Yang meridian energy is flowing around the eyes. So our 99.01, who is in the earlobe, is very good for all yang meridian. So this is the completion of 99.01. Mainly, we are using this point for vision and alcohol intoxication. These are the two very important indication. See, if you study basic acupuncture, then it is right sentence that vision is connected with liver. But when you go in advance and you keep on learning, then you will find out. In the eyes, we are having multiple problems like short-sightedness, long-sightedness, astigmatism. There are different types of eyes problem are connected with different things. Like, for example, if you go inside the eyes, in the eye we are having retina that is made by nerves. Nerve are connected. Nerve is a different structure. If you go inside the eyes, maybe someone is suffering with the optic nerve problem. Optic nerve is a nerve. But someone is suffering with some different problem which is connected with the liquid of the eyes, that is vitreous humor. Someone may have problem connected with the lens of the eyes. Lens is a different structure. Someone cannot see the near object and someone cannot see the far object. Both are the different problem, which is called short-sightedness and long-sightedness. We cannot do the treatment of each and everything with just one vision that liver is connected with the vision. Definitely liver is connected with the vision and we have to treat the liver, but we have to treat some other organ as well. Like if you want to treat the vision, you will treat the liver, and second, if you want to treat myopia, short-sightedness, then you have to treat kidney as well. See, every one of us has taken the birth. Someone has taken the birth with a small bowl. Someone has taken birth with big bowl of essence. Someone is having the bigger essence, too much essence, very dynamic, very energetic, very enthusiastic, free from fear, no fear. And someone who taken the birth on the same time, even in the same family, but he may be with fear, having lots of fear, having different emotions. So everyone having different size of pocket, and everyone brought different amount of essence. So we suffer as per our own treasure. Like one kid is taking the birth and frequently he is suffering with the typhoid, with the jaundice, and with the fever, and frequently he is getting cough and cold. Till the 5 and 6 years when he was kid, suffering again and again. Every time going to the doctor is giving injection, giving lots of medicine. But another kid is not getting any problem at all. Even he is living in very unhygienic place, playing on the mud, eating anything, but he is healthy. So this depends in our essence, on our immunity. Yes, this concept is very perfect. Kidney is the mother who feed the liver son. That is right. So directly, indirectly, kidney is the root for myopia. Okay, let's proceed now. So now first, now I'm because 99.01 is very easy. So we will see the practical video from 99.02, which will be the second point. Okay, so look at the image. Now, our 99.02 point will be on the back side of the ear. So if we divide this ear in three parts, three equal parts, so upper part is belong to the upper body, middle part belong to the middle body, lower part belong to the lower body. So we are having the points of liver in the middle part. Now where in the middle part? So in the back side of ear, we can see this elevated part here. This is the elevated part. Elevated part. Means this part is elevated here. And just center of this is our liver point. Now look at the other image for clear understanding. So if we see this image, this part of the ear, this inner part, is called cavity or concha. The name of this part is concha or a cavity. And we can further divide in two parts. The upper part we can tell upper concha, and the lower part we can tell lower concha. So look at once again. So if we divide this ear in three parts, and this is the middle part, just I told you about this concha or cavity. So we can further classify this in two. Upper one is upper concha, and lower one is lower concha. And both together, upper and lower, is equal to full concha. The meaning of concha means cavity. And who has made concha, who has divided concha in two parts? So we can see here, this is structure. This is the structure. Who is dividing the concha in two parts? So this part is called helix, this outermost helix. This part is called helix. The meaning of helix means outermost rim, like we can see in the wheel. In the wheel, we can see the outermost ring. Outermost ring, that is called helix. So same in the ear, this is the outermost ring, that is called helix. And the part of the helix who is going inside, That is called branch of helix, or that is the branch of helix. We can tell branch or crus of helix, crus of helix. So the outermost covering is called helix. One branch going inside, that is called branch of helix or crus of helix. So concha is divided in two parts, upper concha and the lower concha. Now here, the main thing is this. Because we are having cavity here, we are having a very big cavity here. So because cavity is here, this side, so what will be opposite side? Opposite side will be elevation. Because one side it is depressed, so other side it will be elevated. So look at here. So just go in the center. This is the center. But in the back side. So we are just going in the center, but on the back side of here, that will be the liver point. So now let's see the finally liver point. So our liver point is situated on the back side of the ear. So look at this image once again. So this is the elevated part here. And the midpoint is liver. Or we tell 99.02. So liver point is situated exactly in the middle, and as per the master tongue, we also tell it bud of ear. The name of this point is bud of ear because liver is a bud element. And this point is very good for the liver pain, very good for the hepatomegaly if liver is enlarged. This point very good for the cirrhosis of liver. This point very good for any problem which is connected with the liver. This is the most effective point of liver. So the 99.02 point is available on the back side of ear. This is also called liver point or bud ear point. This point is very good for liver pain, hepatitis, fatty liver, cirrhosis of liver, hepatomegaly means enlargement of the liver, hepatomegaly or it is called hepatomegaly. And weakness because of the liver. So these are the few indications of this point. So look at this small demonstration. So now we are seeing 99.02 or liver point. So here we can see the cavity, or this cavity is called concha. So on the back side, this will create the elevation or elevated part. So we are going just on the mid of this point, just midpoint of this part. So look at in this image. We are drawing a line and just going at the midpoint. So this is the liver point, or 99.0. So this point also very good for the jaundice. Definitely yes. If it is written that this point is very good for liver, so master tongue points are not a theoretical point. If it is written that these points will work on the liver, so definitely they are going to work on the liver. These are very effective points because ear is the treasure of point. Ear having multiple points, 200 points, 250 points just in the ear. But even after that, master tongue has selected only 8 points, and each and every point is very much effective. So this was the completion of 99.02. Let's come back once again to the 99.02. But before that, let's discuss about the liver. This is the human body. If I ask you, tell me about the liver meridian. So you will tell me, okay, yes, liver meridian is starting from here, then crossing the leg. So liver meridian is starting from here, crossing the leg and crossing the genital part. So liver is crossing genital part. So whenever you want to treat the genital part, you can also think about the liver. The liver is going like that and ending on the liver 14. So the liver 14 is the last point of liver meridian. So starting from the liver 1 and ending on the liver 14. Then question comes, then why liver meridian good for eyes? What is the connection with eyes? Because we cannot see the liver and eye any connection with this meridian chart. Let's see the meridian chart. So liver meridian start from the great toe. We can see here, this is the liver 1, liver 2, liver 3. Liver meridian passing from the feet. Then liver meridian going from the lower leg. We can see it is passing the lower leg on the border of tibia bone. Then liver meridian crossing the knee. So we can see liver 8 available on the knee joint on the medial side. Then liver meridian is crossing the genital part, liver 10, 11, 12. Then liver 13 will be on the side on the tip of 11th rib. And finally, this is the last point of liver. That is called liver 14. Liver 14. So what is the connection of liver and eyes? So what do we see here in this chart? This is just external circulation. if we see the internal circulation of the liver, because every meridian having internal circulation, the internal circulation of the liver is crossing the heart, crossing the throat, crossing the mouth, eyes, and reaching on the top of the head. So the internally liver ends on the DU20, the points on the top of head. It crossed the eyes, it crossed the throat, it crossed the heart, even it is connecting with more part. But right now I am showing you only one internal branch. So it means if you are angry, it will create the liver fire and it will damage your heart. It will affect your throat. It will affect your eyes as well as your brain or head region. Because liver is internally connected with these all organs. So in this way, if someone is complaining you, oh, I am suffering with the headache, then we'll ask, okay, can you tell me where you are having headache? And he's telling, oh, I'm having headache on the top of head here. And we are telling it vertex headache. So we are telling this is due to liver. If someone is telling, oh, I am having lots of migraine pain, then we'll ask, okay, can you tell that we are having migraine pain? And he's telling, oh, I am having migraine pain, but my eyes are paining a lot. And pain in the eye orbit. Pain in the eye orbit with headache. So this is due to liver. So because we in the TCM, we have studied the internal branch, so we know that. Because in the as per the TCM, liver meridian crossing the throat, crossing the eyes, and ending on the DU20. So the migraine headache with the pain in the eye orbit, it is because of the liver. The headache in the vertex, this is because of the liver. So patient is coming to you, oh, I am having headache on the top of the head. Tear the liver. So liver has been considered as a supplier of central energy. So liver is supplying our central body. Because we have seen it is supplying the genital part, it is supplying the heart, it is supplying the throat, and it is supplying the vertex. These all are supplied by liver. It means liver is very deeply connected with the central line. So if some female or male suffering with the genital problems, so any genital problem, means liver meridian having some problem and he may suffer with the vertex headache. So this is a possibility. It's not compulsory and not mandatory that if someone is telling, oh, I am having vertex headache, so it is not mandatory that he's definitely having the problem with the genital part. No, it's just possibility. But I've seen many female having vertex headache, the headache on the top, they're having some liver pattern, some liver pattern. maybe liver fire, maybe liver stasis, some liver pattern. So in these all conditions, we can treat the liver point. Just we can put the seeds there or we can put the needle there. The single point working very nicely, which is on the back side of ear. So this point is located just on the back side of ear. So if we divide the ear in three parts, now this is the middle part, and this is the center point, that is 99.02 or liver point, which is very good for fatty liver. Vertex, which is very good for fatty liver, cirrhosis of liver. And if you can correlate the, oh, this is because of liver, you can use this. Because we are learning acupuncture. The meaning of acupuncture, what is the meaning of liver? In the acupuncture, the meaning of liver is liver organ as well as liver meridian. So wherever liver meridian go, if we see, oh, some problem is there, then we can treat the liver point. But in general, we can use for the fatty liver, for the cirrhosis of liver. If someone is having high SGPT count, many person having high SGPT count, if liver having some problem. So we can use this point. So the better way, if you feel, oh, someone is very angry all the time, someone is having too much liver fire or migraine headache, and eye orbit is paining. So even we can bleed this point. We can take out some drop of blood here. We can do the bloodletting here. We can use the lancet, which we are using for the diabetes. We are pricking the fingers with the lancet in the diabetic people, taking out few drops of blood to check the sugar. Same lancet can be used, or we can use general needle, which we are using for injection. But with the acupuncture needle, blood will not come out. It may come out, but it's not so much effective. So we can take out only few drops of blood, 2 drops, 10 drops, 20, 30 drops, no problem. Now, going from this liver point, if we go little up, very, very little up, this is also a very good point for throat. Because I already told you, liver is connected with the throat. So Master Tung told, make a dauma. Make a dauma means if you want to treat the throat, use the liver point and another point just little up and do the bloodletting from this area or put the seeds. And Master Tung told this point is also very good for throat infection, thyroid, anything happening in the throat. And the number of this point is 99.07. There is no much difference between liver and this point. So the 99.07 available just little up. So if this is the center point, 99.02 or liver point, if we take one more point, little 0.3 chun up. You know 0.3 chun is very little. One thumb width is equal to 1 chun. And half of thumb will be 0.5 chun, and it is very lesser because of 0.3 chun. So from the 99.02, if we go little up, this is 99.07. This is called throat point. So let's see the practical demonstration of third point, then we'll proceed further. So when liver yang is excess, should we bleed? Yes, definitely. For the fatty liver, how many times we should bleed? We can bleed once a week or twice a week. And in other time, we can put the needles or seeds. Just putting the 1 point on the liver will take care all branches? Yes, definitely. So whenever we are putting the liver point, this is working in the main branch as well as in the inner branches. Everywhere it is working. The inguinal hernia, whether inguinal hernia related to the liver? Yes. But for treatment of the hernia, we go for spleen because spleen is connected. Liver is a wind which the wind is responsible for dislocation, but spleen is responsible for holding the thing. If you want to hold something on their own place, then spleen is responsible. So if we want to treat the hernia, we have to treat the spleen. In the traditional acupuncture, TCM, we are doing the treatment of spleen chi sinking. Means we are lifting the energy of the spleen if we want to treat the hernia. In the Master Tung acupuncture also, we will do the treatment of the spleen. We will discuss many points like lower three emperor. They will come. Lower three emperor. And few points we have discussed like three meetings on the top of the head. 3 meetings means due 20 points and 2 more points. These points are working for the spleen. We will discuss. When we will discuss lower 3 emperor, that time we are going to discuss. Fatty liver is the deposition of fat. And yang deficiency is a different thing. Okay. There may be two things together or two things separately. Like someone is suffering with a fatty liver and he may have yang excessive, too much anger, too much liver fire, too much liver yang with a fatty liver. So fatty liver means it's not mandatory that the person suffering with a fatty liver having yang deficiency. And I want to tell you one thing, liver, yang never get deficient. Especially liver chi never get deficient. Liver yin may get deficiency, but liver chi is always high. Okay. So our 99.02 point is very good for liver because I don't have the demo video of 99.07. But the same location, just 0.3 tune up. So we can see once again the location of 99.02 because 99.07 point just a little up. So this is our 99.02 points. In the front side, we are having concha cavity. In the back side, we are having elevated part. In the middle of this elevated part, we are having liver point or 99.02 and just a little up we are having 99.07. That is the point of throat and useful for the throat infection. So all the conditions connect with the throat and throat infections. So we draw the liver point and just a little up, 0.3 tune up from this point will be our throat point. So let's write down few indication of this. So the 99.07 point is also called throat point. Just 0.3 tune up from liver point or 99.02. This 99.02 point is very good for throat, very good for pharynx, larynx, very good for tonsillitis, because these all structure coming in the throat cavity. So if someone is suffering with any problem in the throat, so either this is the pharynx, or it is the larynx, or the tonsils, or the throat, this 99.02 points is very effective for this. So we can bleed this 99.02 and 99.07. We can bleed both point together because liver also supplying the throat. So if 99.02 and 99.07, we treat them together, it is good. It is, we can do that. So if someone is having like tonsils infection with throat pain, with fever, then we can treat 99.07. So it will work for the tonsils, for the throat pain. And if we do the bloodlet, then it will work on the fever as well. Because for the fever, we need to bloodlet. So today we discussed 99.01, 99.02, and 99.07. The first point is good for eyes and alcohol intoxication. And vomiting and nausea. And second point is good for liver. All the condition connected with the liver. And third point is good for throat. All the condition connected with the throat. So tomorrow we will discuss other points because we have total 8 points in the year from 99.01 to 99.08, and slowly we will learn all. So thank you so much. अब हम 2 मिनट का ब्रेक दे रहे हैं, फिर हम हिंदी में क्लास चालू करेंगे. आपका कोई प्रश्न है क्या? So if we want to treat the liver, only work on the left ear. As per the master tongue, left ear is connected with liver. But for other problem, you can go in both ear. But put the points in one ear at a time. So bleeding will be most effective because liver chi is most of the time high. We can put the seeds for many days. We can put the seeds for many days, like 3 days to 7 days, no problem. Tomorrow we will learn the very good point for the lower back pain. As soon as we put the seeds, immediately within few minutes, we see the lower back pain is disappearing. So tomorrow we will learn that point. The 99.01 point is very good for all the senses like vision, like hearing. But if we want to treat the hearing, then we have to go in the thighs and we have to use the point leg rapid horses. Leg rapid horses means दौड़ते हुए घोड़े. Leg rapid horses means दौड़ते हुए घोड़े. वो पॉइंट लगाकर हम कानों की प्रॉब्लम को ज्यादा अच्छा कर सकते हैं. So please wait for that. We will discuss the protocol of ear. The gallstone points we have already discussed one point, and other point will be discussed during 88 point discussion, 88 point unit discussion. In the needle, in the ear, we can just put the needle 0.2 to 0.3 chun. That is enough. Very little insertion. Do not try to penetrate the needle from one side to other side. Just prick the needle superficially. Just subcutaneous, below the skin, very superficial needle. ओके, अब हम 2 मिनट का ब्रेक कर रहे हैं, फिर हम हिंदी में स्टार्ट करेंगे.